Hi guys, today we're covering 713, which is dilations. This is the last transformation. It is the enlargement or reduction. Enlargement is bigger. Reduction is smaller in size. The scale factor indicates how much the figure will enlarge or reduce. To find the scale factor, use ratio of new over the old, or it's the new image or image over pre-image. It's got a dash in there. The variable that we're going to use for scale factor is K. So when K is greater than 1, the dilation is an enlargement. When K is less than 1, the dilation is a reduction. The dilations result in similar figures, which means the sides are proportional. Sides are proportional, not congruent. Another little side note with this, to find the new point, to find new x comma y, multiply x and y by the scale factor. So to find the new xy, you multiply by the scale factor. So let's see what that's actually going to look like. So if we look at number 1, actually we're going to jump down and look at number 4, because I think we only really need one of these. Our scale factor is 1/3. And again, we have to plot the points first. So we're plotting -18, 3. So 2, 4. I'm just count by ones because my eyes are crossing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this is -18, 3. So there's T. And then we have 0, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So that's U. And then we have -6, -6, 2, 4, 6, and then it's -6, so 2, 4, 6. There's V, and W is -15, -9. So if that's 18, so we go 3 this way, and then we have -9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So there is W. Okay, I have got a little ruler. I'm going to use a ruler for a straight edge here because I don't know that I can make a straight line that far. Oops. And you can use a ruler at all times when you're wanting to do this. That's entirely up to you. That side of this ruler is not necessarily straight. Okay, so now we got to figure out the new points. So that means I am going to multiply. So for instance, if I'm finding t prime, I'm going to take the x and I'm going to multiply by 1/3. So I'm going to have negative 18 times 1/3 and 3 times 1/3. Well, since it's just 1/3, that means I'm really doing just negative 18 divided by 3, which gives me negative 6. 3 divided by 3, which is 1. So this is what I will be doing for each one of these. You don't have to write it for every one of them, but if your brain needs it to process, then that's what you do, especially if it's like 4/3. But if it's something as easy as this, then I could just come right here and just do divide by 3. Notice I'm still showing my work. I'm just doing it here now versus writing it out like this. You can do either one, but you need to show the work. So 0 divided by 3 is 0. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Divide by 3, divide by 3. So that's going to be negative 2 and negative 2. Divide by 3, divide by 3. So that's going to give me negative 5 and negative 3. And now we plot those points. Negative 6, 1. So we have 2, 4, 6, negative 6, 1. So there's t prime. U is 0, 3. U prime. V prime is negative 2, negative 2. W prime is negative 5, negative 3. And that is W prime. And now these are much closer, so I can get straight enough lines with that. And there's my new figure. Again, if you've got questions, pause and repeat or rewatch. Okay, next part. We're going to look at number 10. The reason I was talking about 4/3 earlier. With this, and the reason that I chose this is because this is where you're going to have to make sure that you, it's already drawn the figure for you. So you've got to find what the new coordinates are. So I'm going to have Q, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, negative 9. Now to do my work, I'm going to go ahead and write. That means I've got to do 4/3 times. Any different? Turn that off. Okay. Not really, yes. So then we've got, and that's the y value is 0 times 4/3. So this is going to be, if I do this math, that means negative 9 divided by 3. That's going to give me negative 3 times 4. So that's negative 12. 0 times anything is 0. Okay, I'm going to change pens because that green just does not fill up very well. And there's a lot of calculations that have to be done for this. Okay, so we have u, which is going to be at negative 3 times 4/3, comma, negative 3 times 4/3. So that cancels out and becomes a negative 1. That cancels out and becomes a negative 1. So this is negative 4, comma, negative 4. Next, we have A, and this is going to be at 0 times 4/3, comma, 2, 4, 6, negative 6 times 4/3. And yes, you have to use the fraction. You can't change it to the decimal because that's a repeating decimal. 0 times 4/3 is 0. The -6 divided by 3, do that first. So that's going to become -2 times 4, which is -8. And then we have our last one, which is D. And that is at 2 for -6 times 4/3, which we just found was -8. And then this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, comma, -12 times 4/3, which that's going to become -4 times 4. So that gives me -16. And now we plot our new points. Okay, so -12, 0. And this should be, if I notice, my scale factor is 4/3. Yes, it's a fraction, but it's actually, okay, is greater than 1. So therefore, this should get bigger. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So there's Q prime. And we have -4, -4. So there's U prime. We have 0, -8. That's A prime. And then D is at -8. 2, 4, 6, 8, and -16. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So there is D prime. And now we come back to using our handy dandy little ruler to play connect the dots. And now we have the image and the pre-image. Okay, last but not least, we're going to look at number 12. And for this one, we are looking for the scale factor. I'm trying to find the scale factor. Remember, I talked about to find the scale factor, you do the image over the pre-image. Well, in order to do that, we got to get 1 point, at least 1 point. We can use more than one, but we only have to worry about one. So I'm going to write the image over the pre-image. So let's see this. This point is at 2, 4, 6, comma, -2. The image is at 6, 8, 9. So the pre-image is 9, comma, -3. Now, if I think about that, and I think about it as a ratio, that's 6 over 9. That simplifies to 2/3. -2, so that's a negative divided by a negative. That's going to simplify to 2/3. Those are both the same, so that means my scale factor is 2/3. And also, we're going from big to small, so therefore we've counterchecked there. All right, have a great day.